Hey guys, I thought I was done for the day already, but a lot of stuff is just happening. There's a lot of things going on in the Middle East with Hezbollah and Israel, and things seem to be really heating up. And this is going to have a lot of effects on things like commodity prices, such as gold, oil. It's going to make everything cost more. It's going to make gasoline cost more. But keep an eye on this stuff. It's really heating up quickly, and it has a potential to be incredibly bad.
U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria have come under attack from drones, with at least one U.S. citizen contractor in Iraq which has died as a result of cardiac arrest, which was brought on by the incident.
The Israel Defense Forces say it is seeing a significant escalation on the border with Lebanon and has been striking back after some 20 rockets or so were fired toward Israel. And I should note we're hearing a little bit of activity here right now in Tel Aviv. We'll be monitoring that. But
troops in Syria have apparently sustained minor injuries as a result of the drone attacks. Most of these drones now have been shot down. All of this occurred sometime in the last 24 hours. Blasts have recently been observed on the base in Iraq.
Today, the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah says it also attacked 5 Israeli military posts.
Now, in addition to the drone attacks, and this is probably the most significant, the USS Carney, that's a guided missile destroyer, which was off of the coast of Yemen, has shot down 3 missiles and several drones that were fired by Iranian-backed Houthi militias, according to the Pentagon.
Now, Caitlin, we're hearing a lot of this cross-border fire. Today, it wasn't just Hezbollah that was focusing mainly on Israeli military positions along the border, but also the military wing of Hamas got involved, and they claim to have fired 30 rockets into the upper Galilee region.
The drones and the missiles were apparently headed towards Israel with no threat to the destroyer itself. So let's really stick with that one. That's incredibly significant. The United States military has now officially used its firepower to protect Israel, effectively serving here as an auxiliary air defense system for the nation of Israel.
A spokesperson for the IDF says that tells CNN that Hezbollah is trying to drag Lebanon into the conflict.
The U.S. will enter the war to protect Israel if they find themselves in a fight with Iranian-backed Hezbollah.
Keep in mind that just a few months ago, the Israeli defense minister said that if Hezbollah decides to launch a war on Israel, Israel will bomb Lebanon back into the Stone Age.
It would not be a bad guess to say that these are Iranian-backed militias, drones, or equipment.
I mean, they are doing, what we're seeing really in terms of Hezbollah's capabilities is really just the tip of the iceberg.
So we're looking now at multiple Iranian-backed militias or entities which have now been engaged by the United States military in just the last 24 hours.
Hezbollah is putting out videos every day. They seem to be focusing on communications, surveillance, and observation equipment on the Israeli side, occasionally hitting tanks and troops.
This is coming as the IDF continues to engage across the border with Lebanon, and tensions between Hezbollah continue to increase. The fear of the wider two-front war in Israel grows, and of course, a massive war in the Middle East for us.
This warning came out from the State Department telling Americans who are in Lebanon, leave the country as soon as possible. They're worried there may not be commercial options to do so as soon, or in the near stage, I guess.
This is exactly what the escalation ladder looks like. We see a global engagement of Iranian proxies, a demonstration of their ability in order to inflict both pain on the United States, but also engage their proxies against Israel as well. It comes as the Israel itself, only in the last couple of hours, has issued orders, or at least made clear, that the Gaza invasion remains to be imminent.
But certainly, in general, if you're talking about Lebanon, there is nervousness. And it's not just the U.S. government. The UK, Germany, Australia, Saudi Arabia, and others have told their nationals in Lebanon that it's a good time to leave now while there's still flights. Keep in mind that in 2006, at the beginning of the war between Hezbollah and Israel, one of the first things Israel struck was the airport in Beirut.